Emma had always been intrigued by the occult, its mysteries, its power, but when she found an old book titled The Secret of Numbers Unlocking the Mysteries of the Universe in a forgotten corner of a second-hand store, her curiosity spiraled into obsession. The book was unsettling from the start. The pages were worn, the text written in jagged script. Each chapter seemed to pulse with a dark energy. One chapter, in particular, consumed her, the number 11. When the number 11 appears in your life, it is a bridge, a doorway. Through it, the unseen world will make its presence known. It will guide you to the unknown, and it will claim you. The words felt like a warning, but Emma couldn't shake the pull. She began seeing 11 everywhere, on clocks, on her phone, in random addresses. At first, she thought it was a coincidence, until it became constant. It wasn't long before she began hearing a low hum whenever the number appeared. It was faint at first, like a distant whisper, but soon it was impossible to ignore. The hum grew louder, closer, and then it happened. It was her grandmother's birthday, November 11, and Emma decided to visit her grave deep in the woods. It had been years since she'd been there, and something gnawed at her, urging her to go. As she stood in front of the grave, the hum was unbearable. The air felt thick, charged with something she couldn't understand. The number 11 appeared on the tombstone, but this wasn't a number carved in stone, it was alive. The numbers seemed to shift, to pulse, in and out of the surface. This isn't real, she thought. It can't be. But the ground beneath her feet began to tremble. The shadows around her thickened, warping and twisting, pulling her gaze to the ground. The number 11 was no longer a symbol, it was a presence, and it was watching her. The wind stopped. Time stopped. Emma's heart hammered in her chest as she tried to step back. But her legs refused to move. Her breath quickened, turning shallow. Her hands shook, her pulse racing as she stared at the number that now seemed to grow larger, suffocating the world around her. "It's too late," the whisper echoed in her mind. "You've seen us." Suddenly her phone buzzed, 11:11 p.m. The hum inside her head turned into a scream, her vision warped. "You belong to us now?" She looked around, her world spinning, her thoughts unraveling, but there was nothing there, except for the number stretching, bending the air around it. Her mind snapped. She couldn't tell where the ground ended and the darkness began. Was she still standing on solid earth, or had the number swallowed her whole? A shadow crossed her vision, and in the distance she saw the faint outline of her grandmother's face, grinning. But it wasn't her grandmother, it was the thing that called her here. Her body went cold. "You opened the door!" Emma screamed, but no sound came out. The hum became unbearable, deafening, and then silence. The number 11 remained forever. Like and subscribe. Comment your topics and I will create stories.